So they say it's the meek that will inherit the earth, but fortune favors the bold. And in fact, it is the bold that go down in the annals of history, and it is those who aren't bold who are just forgotten. They could even be great people and they'll be forgotten. Take Nikola Tesla, for example. Great mind, but he wasn't bold enough, and that's why all of his inventions either went to Edison or just got forgotten by history and covered up. And that is why the 28th Law and the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene is to enter action with boldness. This is a fact that so many of us know, and we've heard of this law our entire lives, yet no one applies it. And I hate to say it in this way, but that's why no one is great. There's only the few that are great, because they have that ability to be bold and to act bold. And even if you don't want to be great, you don't want to be rich or famous, you're better off being bold in your actions. So let's face it, even when it comes to something as simple as asking someone out, are you really going to be successful if you're like, well, maybe if you'd like to go out with me? It's like, no, you just have to go up with confidence. That's bold action. You're not going to be successful at all, even if someone was into you and you come up to them like that all nervous, like your chances of success dropped. It doesn't make your chances 100% to be bold, that's for sure. But one, it raises them, and two, just being bold in life makes people look at you in a different way. You won't be seen as someone who is shy or scared or timid or can't get things done. You'll be seen as that person that's confident, like the guy that's in the safari and a lion charges him and he just stands there and waits for the lion. He's like, you're calling the lion's bluff, essentially. And you see that guy, you're like, that guy's got some balls. And while we're not doing that to lions in the United States, and if you are doing that, like, good for you, man. You're a psychopath. But I respect it. But like I said, while we're not doing that in the United States, you have to use the same principle. Not only for the fact of how others perceive us, but for how we perceive ourselves as well. If you always act in a way that's not bold, like one, you'll second guess yourself all the time. You're going to not be confident in your own actions and abilities to do anything. And unfortunately, that lack of confidence trickles down to your success rate. And like I said, this isn't because of how people perceive you, but it's how you perceive yourself and how you take the actions. You're pretty much going half-assed at it. If you go in there with boldness, and that's not to have some ill-conceived plan and to not think it through beforehand, but once you get it thought through and you have your plan of action down, you go for it. You go forward. You go through it with confidence, because at the end of the day, it could be the most... Alright, bro. It could be the most perfect plan in the world, and you could still fail. And that's not because the plan was bad. It's because you didn't do it confidently. You second-guessed yourself along the way, the entire way. And that second-guessing and not putting full effort into something is what caused you to fail. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't give it your all. And the beauty about it is when it comes to the perception of you by other people, even if you do fail and you went into it boldly, if you still go with boldness and go in the direction that brings you towards success or just brings you out of that situation, people are gonna they're gonna notice that you fucked up, but like they're not gonna look at you like, wow, this guy is incompetent. They subconsciously understand that people make mistakes and it's gonna happen, but you led them out of the stormy sea, and you might still be going into stormy seas, unfortunately, but honestly, the way it is with most people, they aren't good leaders in that sense. So they look to someone to lead, and you will be that leader if you have that boldness, even if you don't want to be the leader. I'm just saying, it adds so much charisma to you just by taking bold action. So between how other people perceive you and your just success rate overall of getting something done, it really is beneficial for you to be bold in your action and to go with things boldly. Because remember, fortune favors the bold. You could also say high risk, high reward. You could go that way too. But no one great ever became great by staying on the sidelines and playing it safe. And if they did, no one remembers them. And the point is not to, it doesn't matter to be remembered or not. I mean, most times we all do. At some point, we all want to leave a legacy. But in reality, what kind of legacy did you leave if you got it by being timid and fearful? And realistically, did you really reach your full potential if you got to where you are easily? I probably said this in other videos, and it's a common saying that things that are worthwhile aren't easy, and things that are easy usually aren't worthwhile. So you tell me, are you going to enter action with boldness in the future, or are you just going to be a little bitch? I don't know if I could say that, but if I can, you'll hear this. But I think that's all I got to say for this one. If you don't know me, my name is Brendan. This the Lost Tribe. If you like this content, thank you, Seagull. If you like this content, leave a like down below. Leave a comment what you think about this law, if you've applied it in your life, or if you have anything to say about my demeanor, or just to comment on anything. And if you want me to cover anything, just let me know. And if you've made it this far listening to my ramblings, subscribe to the channel, because clearly you like the content. Once again, Brendan, Lost Tribe, peace out.